Okay, what does the word unfiltered mean to you, both personally and as a podcaster, or even social media in general? Like, what does it mean to you?
So to me, in all areas, it means not to be hurtful to someone or demeaning. It means more so to just be real and raw and authentic and honest, most
Mm,
importantly, about things, because the most important part of communicating with someone to get the results that you're wanting is to be honest. And that's in any situation for life.
yeah,
Um, but you can be honest and blunt and to the point without being hurtful. That's something that I had to learn because I when I was younger, it didn't come across to me that me being abruptly blunt was sometimes hurtful
mm,
until I had people saying that. And I was like, well, I'm not, that's not what I was trying to do.
yeah,
So I adjusted, but I didn't adjust enough to where I would be like sugarcoating or
mm.
pussyfooting around the situation so that, the point was across. So there was no confusion, but I wasn't making them feel bad about themselves.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice because me, I feel like the truth hurts everybody. So I try to avoid it, but I just try to find a nice
Well,
way.
and the thing is I also learned like to not say things without being asked, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. The one that's did they
Exactly.
ask you for your opinion? Like one of them ones. Yeah.
I'm going through the sun. I get it all the time. I'm going through the sun. I'm so bad in the dark. I got the fire in the eyes. I got the fire. I'm going through the sun. I get it all the time. I'm going through the sun. I'm so bad in the dark. I got the fire in the eyes. I got the fire in the eyes. I got the fire in the sky. Oh. At night, I'm moving through the sky. I'm moving through the sky. At
Okay.
night.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Echo B podcast. Today's guest is someone I've known for a few years, and this conversation feels like a beautiful full circle moment. Joining me from the USA is my wonderful friend Sherri Cox. She is a content creator, a podcaster, a business owner, and an incredible mother of five boys. She's also deeply connected with the creator, within the creator and business space, constantly networking, building communities, and passionate about helping others understand how things work on Facebook, especially when it comes from a especially when it comes to growth and monetization and building a strong online presence. We first connected when I had just started my Facebook monetization journey, and at that time, creators had to reach 60,000 live viewing minutes to qualify for monetization. Camellia Walker, the one I had on the guest before, introduced me to a supportive group of creators who helped one another grow their lives and build an audience and reach their monetization goals. That was where friendship first began. Since then, we've remained connected through social media, supporting one another and watching each other continue to grow. I also had the opportunity to get to know her better through a pre-game interview for her podcast, Black and White Unfiltered. Today, we are going beyond social media to talk about her journey, her motherhood journey, content creation, podcasting, business, friendship, and the woman behind it all. Please help me welcome my beautiful friend Sherri Cox to the Echo Beat Podcast. Sorry.
Oh,
How are you?
I'm good. I've had a pretty decent, relaxing day.
Oh, you did. What did you get up to today? Just same old, same old.
Yeah, well, I definitely work today. So, at either one of my jobs. So that was
Hey,
nice. I got to relax a little bit, but I also, had to fold laundry and get my set up, spent the
I
day
was
with
gonna
kids.
ask that. Did you get time to rest and be in Empress mode? Yeah, you had to do that. Yeah.
I mean, I slept in, so that counts, right?
No, it
But
doesn't. It
I
doesn't.
did get to go work out and stuff.
Yeah.
Luckily, I could take my kid to the gym with me. But yeah, I worked out and went tanning and stuff for a little bit. And then came home. Me and my son had this morning did a spicy challenge like they do on YouTube. He made some
That.
spicy rum noodles with some spicy chips in them. They honestly were horrible, but
Oh. All for the fun.
right, just make him happy.
Yeah, okay. Forever meeting you for the first time, who is Sherri Cox beyond being a content creator, podcaster, and mother?
So, I'm someone who is forever evolving. I like to learn. I'm very curious, and I like to grow. Whether it be mentally, physically, socially, financially, any of those ways. Education. I'm just about moving forward.
Yeah, that's what we're here for, why not? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's first inspired you to begin creating content and broadcasting live on Facebook?
So, to be honest, it started from you know I used to have two of my own businesses.
Yeah,
I still have them. I don't have my own space for them anymore or work with them as much.
yeah.
But you have to have an audience to sell to.
Right, right. That's what
To
people
try to
are
get them.
skipping about social media. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a free way to do that. Well, I had some things happen in my life, and I had nothing better to do
Mm-hmm.
than to build my audience.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing that, and then all of a sudden, I was doing content creating, but not on purpose. I had someone reach out to me and was like, "Hey, I think you would be great to be one of our initial people to start this group and stuff
Yeah.
to try to get monetized for having
Facebook
get like, ads
monetization.
on videos and stuff."
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no, it wasn't for the monetization. Yeah, right. It was for the
Yes,
ads. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
but getting monetized through the ads, like
Yeah, yeah. Like the otherwise lives were paid.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Unless you get
So
gifted. Yeah.
um, I was like, I didn't really care about any of that. I just cared about helping. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it, whatever. And then, it started and turned into this huge group. And what I did learn that I liked about it and was so beautiful to me was we have this big, vast group of people from not only from the US, but from
Um,
other areas that can teach us and about different things and cultures and we can learn from and explore those things and they're real and we get to experience that and share our different views and different lifestyles and stuff. So I really thought that was beautiful and that was something that I definitely wanted to do more of and to you know explore.
yeah.
So
Network and just feel, yeah, I'm the same. Even when I started monetization, I'd already been just like enjoying the fact that we can communicate to other people across the world. Yeah, that was just, yeah, you be promoting what I wouldn't even call it promoting, you just be sharing who you are. And part of that is that you have a business or you have this, but ultimately it's the connection that, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Um, Do you remember the journey of working towards those 60,000 live viewers and what was that experience for you? Like, when you joined, like, yeah, did you had you gone live before you joined the group? Like, tell us the whole
Yes,
journey.
I went live way before I joined the group.
Okay, okay, okay.
That was part of why I was asked to be a part of the group
Okay, you've been going. Yeah, yeah.
because
Tell us
I
about
was
your
such a
first live
natural.
then. Back to the
Okay,
first
but
live then.
my first live before the group or after the
Yeah,
group?
like ever.
Oh, actually, well, I don't really remember my very first live, but I remember like I didn't go live a lot. And there was some stuff that happened when my mother had passed, and I really needed to get some attention on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go. I went live. That would be the best
Yeah.
thing to do. And when I did, it was hard because it was awkward. It felt awkward at first.
Yeah.
But I did fine. I just talked to the camera like I would be talking to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, yeah, that's it.
So
That
it
was
it felt awkward though. I had that awkward
oh,
feeling.
yeah, that other one. Yeah, yeah, I did too, and I did like you have a slight moment or like, but you just say, just keep going. And surprisingly, how you felt it, and when you watch it later, it doesn't. It's not the same. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
you
no, I
did it looking
quickly
better than you
became.
thought or something, or more natural. Yeah,
Yes, you get more natural at it, and I quickly became natural at it.
yeah,
Like I don't think any of my lives after that I felt like that again or any of that. But then again, I was also talking about something very personal and
yeah.
stuff. So Camilla actually, when she first came out, she used to just praise me and hype me up over the fact that I was so good at being live, going
Yeah,
live and
you
being
are, you are,
natural.
you are, you are.
And I was like, well, it's just I just in myself, and I will talk about whatever I want to talk about. Like I get to talk about
I
whatever
said
pops in
like
my
your
head.
podcast. Yeah, I felt
Yeah.
the raw truth. Hey.
So I've always been very honest and talk about different things. And when I first joined the group, I was doing lives that had kind of a sexual after dark kind of
Like
tone with
that.
it because I would play this game with everybody online,
Yeah,
and then ask them like certain questions, and then see who responded. And
yeah.
I was also using it as an educational tool and also to help other people be more intimate with their lover. So it
Yeah, which is
lasted.
important in this day and age. Yeah, for
Yeah.
real, for real. That's not this is the men or nothing, but it's about time they you get like a whole encyclopedia on a woman. Like they just think,
Right.
yeah,
I think though there's a lot of subjects I feel like this in that because we don't communicate about
yeah,
them
because they
and
don't
aren't open
communicate.
about them.
No, yeah, especially there's some women like some couples they go years and years being on separate sides of of the marriage or not wanting to be in the bed, nothing, but they'll never talk to each other and tell the truth about how they feel and why. Yeah,
Right.
even with like it's a crisis with almost all of humanity right now. Everybody's too afraid to tell the other person what they really feel internally and why they come to that assumption, yeah, or whatever. Like these people
Right.
are very scared of the truth and
And see,
masking.
I understand that. I do, but um I feel like if I could open up people to just communication, like in that instance, talking about couples and stuff, the most intimate part is the sexual part of it. So if we
Yeah.
could talk about that
Hmm.
and we could get them to up about that, it would open up a stronger line of communication in general.
In general, exactly. Especially a man feel defeated because of that
Hmm.
fact when it comes to that reason there. Yeah.
Right.
Um, what did our Facebook, I want to call it ours, your Facebook group teach you about importance of community and over competition? I mean, community over competition. Like, we didn't compete with each other. We decided to help. Well,
So
you guys decided, okay.
how I was telling you before that I thought it was so beautiful that we got to connect with these people from
Yeah.
all over
Yeah,
and
yeah,
learn different things and talk with them. Um, I learned that community
yeah.
was
It's
more
teamwork make the dream work. Yeah.
it was way more beneficial than competing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 150%. Yeah. What was the first impression of me when Camilla introduced you to the group? Do I want to hear this? Were you like, what
So so
the
I don't remember. I can't remember when she introduced you to the
The
group. What
exact
I
moment,
remember
yeah.
is my first time seeing you live,
Oh,
and I
live.
was
You saw me live?
yes,
Oh, no,
I
that's even
was the
the
one
worst.
because
Probably.
I was
Oh,
talking and whatnot and about music and stuff, and I was like, I want to say you were in the UK or somewhere at that point in time.
no, no, you thought I was in the UK. I just mentioned I grew
Uh,
up there. Yeah, yeah.
oh, okay. So, anyways, I was like, she's so interesting.
Really?
Interesting. You had
I need
good
to be studied.
energy. I thought you had good energy, and I thought that you were someone that could really go somewhere. So
Okay.
I was like, oh yeah, definitely on board with that. So
Okay.
I think I actually brought you up when Camilla and I did our first live podcast.
Yeah, with the unfiltered one. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So you know, you, Obi, um, oh my gosh, Shamima, uh, were people that really stood out to me. But it's also because you guys were from way different backgrounds and in different areas of the world
Yeah, what you
too.
wouldn't expect. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was just very, very beautiful to me that, we got to experience each other and stuff. And
Yeah.
you guys were some of the people that stood out to me that I was very interested in, and really seeing seeing the probability of you guys going somewhere.
With you, I first saw you getting a live. You were doing the live by yourself, and I think Camilla told me to add you or something. I see your live, and I watched it. You were giving people advice of what to do on live and not do, etc., etc. So that's when I was like, wow, she's a boss. How did she figure all that out? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you all had like, yeah, like, oh, try not to, I was like, that was really good. Like, you had like tips. One of your tips was be yourself. Exactly. You said be yourself. Don't go in there trying to do this. Be yourself, and that gave me a little bit of like confidence because I always try structure my podcast and stuff like this, but you told me to be more relaxed. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's how I am naturally.
yeah.
But I had someone that does podcasting and stuff on a much bigger scale,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
radio station. And
Wow.
he, I said, because when me and Camilla first started the podcast, she's someone that's also similar to you. She likes to be structured.
Yeah.
I don't, because it takes a
Okay.
lot more work for me to do that, first of all. But second, because it just seems unnatural. And
Yeah.
people don't nowadays don't like that. Like these younger generations that are coming about, they want realness, they want honesty, they want
Yeah, but the reason why, like, I always specifically have questions is because some people they're not used to talking about themselves. They're used to listening to somebody else that just got the confidence and ego over there. But people like, oh, am I saying too much? But I use questions so that I can really like stop all those barriers and you can like it offers an
right.
invitation for conversation.
So
I never
shows
stick to just
shines a
the
light on their
questions.
personality and
Yeah,
who
yeah,
they
like
are.
giving them like a safe space. Like, look, I want to know. You're not talking to myself. I always try to get questions that would make you talk about things you wouldn't ordinarily do because you're humble or something.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I can understand that. I'm not saying there's a problem exactly with
But no,
that.
but you said be more real with it. That's where I got the lesson from to be more relaxed instead of being there
Mhm.
robotic.
I
And
do like I said before, like a cue card or something to
yeah,
just reference. You know what
guidance.
I mean?
Yeah, template. Yeah, yeah,
Because if you
yeah.
get too wound up, you first of all you go over time if you have a time limit.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
don't you forget to talk about certain things. You know what I mean that are important.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So me, yeah, especially the person like I started researching my guests as well and doing the introduction, but before it was 10 minutes with the Keisha, last 10 minutes and then get off.
Right.
And then I've flipped it to something else now. What was the first impression of no, we did that. How do you think friendship has gone since those days live in Facebook? Like those days, have obviously one of the things would be you built relationships with people, like and this that. But
Uh,
what else was the uh what have you seen grow basically in this time?
so I have seen, for instance, with me and you, I've seen a growth as far as more personal with each other. We talk
Yeah,
not just on live, not just online.
yeah,
We've learned more about each other,
yeah.
in different backgrounds and cultures and point of views. Camilla, we've dove in deep. We've seen each other in person, and
Yeah,
you
you
know,
did that whole photo shoot and that. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
we've done different things, and are really close and shared intimate parts of our lives with each other. Um,
Motivation.
I've grown as far as knowing and not only understanding people from where I'm from, which I already did, but understanding people, and I'm still learning and
Yeah.
learning to understand people from other cultures and things that make things different. Like I have a friend that I made a few years ago, but we kind of didn't talk that much because it was through her husband, and she is oh what where does she live? Philippines.
Philippines,
And
nice.
I've learned that women in the Philippines are not as social with other women as like we
Really?
are. Yes.
Okay.
Um, it's not really that they hate each other, they're just not as personal with each other. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or open to that. So that, that's those are things that really matter because that changes how they act in different situations and stuff too.
Yeah. They
So
expect norms. Yeah.
I just love learning, So I think the biggest thing is that I've grown and others have grown, on the other side of that, and we've learned how to start breaking down communication
Yeah.
barriers.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, yeah, for me, it was what I've seen like just shocked me out of this whole journey is you'd be surprised about how many people accept you. Like, I used to use the word accept, but me, like, I used to just think, oh no, I can't, they're gonna think this or think that. But how much people love you and can support you, like, you get your mind opens up to how different people can don't ever judge a book by its cover, basically.
Right, right.
Don't judge. Everybody's got wealth of a story and individuality that is so beautiful and worth exploring, no matter where they're from or what you're doing. Yeah,
That's something also I would say that I really like about it too.
yeah, yeah. Like it opens up your perception of things. Like it opens. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought your sound went off. As a mother of five boys, what has motherhood taught you about strength, patience, and love? Because boy, like you're strong. You're a strong woman.
So you said what was the first one?
What does it taught you about strength, patience, and love? Like raising five,
Oh, you need all of those
not raising,
things
but yeah.
strongly and more. So strength sometimes is not always being strong or not showing emotion. Sometimes it's showing weakness and
Um,
care and love.
mm.
Patience. Oh
Yeah,
man,
good.
I've learned a lot about patience. I have a hard time utilizing them
I was gonna say
sometimes.
I was gonna ask you about the triggers. What did you do about the triggers? Like I was like, wait, that's
So,
yeah.
I've learned to, even if I lose my patience and I act differently than I want to, because I have certain triggers and certain things from my childhood that I react to, not, like certain things not well, and in my growth of being wanting to just be, I just really want to be the best mom and always have as I could be,
Yeah,
because I don't want them to feel how I felt.
yeah,
You
being
know,
very
I so I have messed up before. I've said wrong things. I've done wrong. Whatever. But I've learned that in those moments, because we're all human, we mess up, and we're growing as those children are growing too.
hmm
The most important thing that I didn't have is to come back, apologize,
and
let them
communicate and
communicate,
understand.
let them have, and you need to sit there calmly after you've collected yourself, and sit there and let your child speak and express how they feel, so they
Yeah,
feel if they're you help their mental and emotional state so much, and then that is very important, especially in the younger years,
oh,
to determine what they will be when they grow up.
yeah,
So I feel like, you know I've not always been a perfect mom, but I've always been a mom that strived to be the best that I could for my children, especially even individually, because
yeah,
one of their needs is different from the other.
yeah.
So I try to do that. My kids, always would ask me like, "Who do you love more? Is it me, Nita, or is it whatever?" And I
That
would
one.
say I used to always tell them, I love them more. I tell all of them that.
Yeah, yeah,
And then I said,
yeah. Good one,
I
good
said, listen,
idea.
I got caught. I got caught one time, and I was like, okay. So I love all of you guys. I don't want to say equally. My love for you is equal. The amount is equal, but
But
I
the
love you
timing,
all.
it,
I
yeah,
love you all uniquely,
yeah,
because
yeah.
they have to be loved uniquely because they're different
Yeah,
from each
thank
other.
God you said that. Others that think that you just love us because we're your kids, not individually who they are as a
Yeah,
person. And I love that communication because I didn't grow up with much communication. It leaves you wondering till you're an adult and then you got to navigate. And even to
And you
this
get
day, like the
confused.
way you feel like you got to work for them not to be this emotion. Like that's what happens when there's no conversation about it. You're like, whoa, I don't want that to happen. Let me try. It gives that whole game of not, what I mean, like not expressing how somebody, like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, that's excellent that you're doing that, like super communication,
I
even
will
as
say that
adults.
people used to say when my kids were younger that I let them be brats, and I did. But
Yeah.
guess what? I did. But guess what? My oldest son is now 15.
But let your children live and have fun is not being a
Yes, but
brat. Yeah.
if you take that fiery side from them,
Yeah.
they
They
need that
kill
when
the
they get
child in
older.
them. Yeah.
They need that to be the boss and be successful when they
Yeah.
get older.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, um, I don't believe you need to let things that are
Micromanage.
hurt someone or
Yeah.
whatever, um, not to
So,
go like unnoticed or unpunished. But the little things that is it really worth it?
mm,
Is it worth the argument? No. Like you're
no,
doing wrong. Stop doing it. That's not. This is how we do it. Communicate.
exactly.
However, I didn't punish my kids as much as other people, and I still kind of don't. And I
Negative
feel like
reinforcement, I'm so against it. I'm so against it. Negative
yeah, just
reinforcement where you clap them or something.
try to teach them a better way, redirect.
Yeah.
But my kids, and they have got whoopings that got punished and stuff too. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
But my older ones have turned out to be very respectful, very good, kind-hearted individuals for men, and they're very caring about women and respectful.
Yeah.
And
You help them process their emotions.
yes, and I've raised my boys to be men that respect women and you know do and believe like women are equal,
Yeah.
not
You're in the same way, but you're on the same, like, you know what I mean?
as far as my feelings count just as much as your feelings count.
Exactly. My happiness counts as much as your happiness. Yeah.
Right.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. How how balance being a mother of five boys with creating content, hosting a podcast, and still finding time for yourself? I asked you this earlier, like I was like, it's your day off, but what did you do? Like just like your
So,
time.
I honestly, I don't.
Yeah,
Um,
I was gonna say you look like the type that only works. Working feels good.
so I mean, I do things too that like just need to be done, but um, if some days, you know, there's something like I might need to pay more attention to my children
Yeah,
or be in real time versus online. Um, and there's been long periods of that's happened.
yeah,
Um, because I've had things that go on and that just need more of my attention.
yeah,
Um, you know, uh, and I think that's why like because I know so much about how to do social media and content creating and I'm very good at it when I want to be.
yeah. So you can switch it on and off like me. Yeah,
Yes, it's the inconsistency. If I had been, I would have a crap load of like followers.
yeah,
But I've also had to go through things where I could not be, or
yeah.
I had to dumb down things or whatever. So I think that's part of the problem. But I'm getting back into it, and I'm going to go full force soon. But
Yeah.
because I'll have more
But
time.
but outside of being a mom and that, like, do you find time for
So
you?
yeah, I was trying to answer according to all things.
Okay.
But I was going to get to that. So like as far as finding time for myself, I I've learned both spending quality time on myself and
Oh,
when I need to just spend time on myself, I had to do it in a short spurt. So something I do that is my time, um, hot bath, hot relaxing bath.
bless. I love
That's
her bath.
that
Yeah.
at least I'm giving myself some kind of refill.
Vacation in your head. Yeah.
But funny story, I'm sure my oldest son would not like me saying this story or telling this story, but he um it was when he was younger. He was about like what, 12 years old. I We had moved into our new 5 bedroom house, and I was we they had a bathroom and I had a bathroom. I was finally like really grateful because when we lived in our 2 bedroom apartment, we only had one bathroom.
Oh
And
wow. Yes.
I had a really hard day one day and I was trying to take a hot bath and relax and decompress. And all of a sudden I smelled something like bad. And I'm like,
Okay.
what is this? And then I pull back the curtain because I heard a fart noise. My son's sitting there taking a dump, and I'm trying to take a relaxing, soothing bath.
You know what? You're killing my vibes.
Yeah, what are you doing? Why? I'm supposed to sit in here. How are you so quiet? And you're taking a poop knowing I'm in the bath. Like I
Yeah.
need I need to please all the five senses right now. And that's not doing that.
Wrong timing.
So I was really excited when we got into the bigger house and I had a bathroom. But
Yeah, I was gonna be like, hallelujah.
which the babies still took their baths up there, but I gave them their bath, so it was different.
Yeah,
But the older boys all had their own bathroom to do all their stinky boy stuff down there.
yeah,
Um,
probably.
but I so that's like if I have to do something small, and
Yeah,
those small things really count too. Like sometimes just go getting a chocolate shake or just something that you like or enjoy. Listening to music. But if I'm doing like a full, like I need to fully, give myself some focus and re-energize myself. First of all, good sleep.
yeah,
Um, sometimes it looks like good sleep and just relaxing and watching TV shows. Other times you know, for instance, today, like I did a whole face routine, like a reset
nice.
on my skin, and you take your
You're
bath,
like
you
an
do
advanced human being, you know? You're like advanced. Skincare routine. You need to write me a program.
I I thought about that, but I'm just like I don't know because I'm not perfect at everything either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you
Obviously,
did a good job though, I have to say.
but I celebrate my imperfections. I'm fine with them, and
Yeah,
you know, I feel like there's things I can do better, but we're always evolving and growing. So
yeah,
if it's meant to be, it'll be.
yeah.
But
No, it's not a destination. It's a journey. Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Um, what inspired you to create Black and White Unfiltered?
So black, white, and unfiltered actually came out between mine and Camilla's friendship. She called me one day and I can't remember the exact verbatim wording, but she she was like, I really want to do something with you,
Hmm.
or do something for you. And then I I can't remember. I think she did say, like, what about doing a podcast and so on. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, let's do it. But I think but it was something that she thought that I would be good at because of how I am,
Oh yeah,
on camera
the
and
lives. Yeah,
whatever and speaking. Now she's my good friend and stuff, and we the the reasoning behind it was what motivated me to want to do it. Was
yeah,
that it was for me, it was something that was going to break down cultural
yeah.
barriers
Hmm.
so that white and black women, because in America, white and black women have a very hard time understanding each other. And it causes confrontation, it causes
A lot of
conflict, and
conflict.
and then it causes a divide. And I don't want to be divided because I've experienced being around mostly black people and I've experienced, I'm a white woman, but I've experienced both sides of it. And do I understand fully, a
Yes.
black woman's side? No, I don't. And there's so many things that factor into that too. Their upbringing, what part of the world they came from, et cetera, et cetera. But
Yeah.
um, I don't, I don't want to continue down a path. And so instead of being part of the problem,
Problem. Mm-hmm. You're part of
I
the
wanted to be
solution.
part of the solution. And so I'm the one that came up with that idea based off of the live that we were on. but also because of, things that I've experienced, and I want to help.
Yeah, there's a lot of miscommunication and misunderstanding,
Yeah, because you can't, I feel like you cannot complain about something or someone or
if you don't know.
whatever if you're not going to help them or be part of the solution.
Correct.
So, anyways, you know, there there was the birth of Black, White, and Unfiltered. I threw it, like, I'm very good and creative about coming up with things, and I would throw different things
Yeah.
at her. She would tell me which
Are
ones,
you
and we
guys
would,
got a page on Facebook, by the way? Yeah.
yes, Black, White, and Unfiltered on Facebook. So, anyways, we called it Black, White, and Unfiltered. It's for all
Or
women, and
black and white and filters. Yeah, I think I
yes,
said that in the first part. So
yes. But we called it Black, White, and Unfiltered instead of like naming it something that involved all cultures, because that's where it stemmed from, was a black and white conversation that was real, and that took down barriers, and helped us communicate and created more unity. So, and understanding. So we called it Black, White, and Unfiltered because, well, first of all, we all know that I'm unfiltered. Um,
that's what
you know,
that's the next question. Yeah, go on.
but unfiltered, like, because it needs to be real and raw. It needs to be a real and raw and honest conversation, no
Yes.
matter what that looks like, even if it's things people don't want to hear.
Yeah, because resentment will go without letting the conversation be had fully.
Yeah.
Um, what does the word unfiltered mean to you, both personally and as a podcaster? You're tapping into that, but what does it mean to you, especially in your daily life?
Um, it it doesn't mean being unfiltered in a way that is hurtful or you know demeaning. It
You're
it
just
means
transparent. Yeah, I was
just
clutching
be
myself. I put,
honest.
yeah, honesty, man. Yeah,
I'm on live. I'm so sorry.
that's okay. That's okay.
Medium, not medium. Do it slowly. Medium. Okay. No, you cannot, because it is 12 at night and you guys should be asleep. Say something about somebody, say something about them being black, whatever. And the thing about that is, like, and I let these people have it and have it good.
Yeah,
But I I feel like
I can't believe it's so
it doesn't
it's
matter as
so
much.
thick over there, huh?
It doesn't matter as much.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it doesn't matter as much to the white person being racist as much as it would if a white person stood up and said something to them,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
why I
Okay,
did it. Because
yeah,
I was like,
yeah. So
okay, you
like,
won't
look
listen to
about
this,
yourself.
listen to
Yeah,
this. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I had some people get on there and say some things and whatever.
I mean, some
But
people responded. Wow. See, me,
yeah,
people are too scared because they see me go hard on people that mess with me in the physical. Yeah, like I say, I took shit all day on the internet. But I'm waiting for somebody to tell me I can't think how I think on my platform. I'm waiting for the day. I see people do it
right.
all the time. Yeah, yeah. Trying to come up
Well,
there and
the thing is about me is I will talk or seem like I'm not educated because that's just my background, where I came from.
yeah, it's a
But
front with
I am
knowledge. Like,
educated, and if I don't know, I will go find out. And
I'm gonna research and
yes,
go down the rabbit hole.
yes, I do. And like Camilla says it all the time, I do the research. I'm a researcher. I
Yeah.
am, because I don't want to look stupid,
Never.
or
I don't want to
I
talk
want to
something
have
out
the
of
facts.
place and confuse somebody. No way. I speak in
So
absolutes.
I
Yeah.
would hit these people that were saying this ignorant crap, or trying to say that they knew things, or things were this way or that way, with facts.
Like if anybody ever comes on your
So
profile, I'll be there.
yeah.
I'm a
So
ninja.
and I would still stay calm and whatever. I might, me being ignorant is me making you look stupid and laughing at you.
The only thing that I hate is that every time I do that, I feel guilty. Even if they're in the
Oh,
wrong.
I don't. I don't think
I need to get to the not
I'm
feeling
educating
guilty part. They don't feel sad for me.
I'm educating the next ignorant person that wants to say something
And then
stupid with
our goal
no
here on earth is to leave it better than we found, not to repeat
exact
cycles.
exactly. And we can't do that if we feel bad for
A, B,
educating or
C, D, like it's not our
yeah.
issues. Yeah, Sophia stage. You should research how often it's called the Sophia stage where it's a healed empath that you see the wisdom and let them just live their life and not touching it. Yeah, because
Hmm.
even when you help people, they never change. They just come out the other side cockier, you know?
I would say
Yeah.
they never, but
Oh
it's
no, no,
less
no!
like,
I don't mean never change. They never change till they decide to do it themselves, kind of
right.
stuff.
They
But
think
for you
so.
to go
They
try
do.
help somebody that hasn't asked for help is a no-no. Yes, waste of
I have
time.
mine, but you can lead them there. You can give them the advice, and eventually they may or may not take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. But you can't go in there and start paying their bills, for instance, or doing that, doing
I
that.
mean, when I was younger, I used to get so involved with people,
Mm,
especially close to me, their problems and stuff, and so invested and get so mad when they didn't listen. But now I don't really, I let them do what they're gonna do, and I'm here to support you. But I'm telling you, if you're asking my opinion, this is it, and what I think,
yeah,
you know.
okay, yeah. I've learned not to even have the conversation because they're on their own path. Why would I step out of my lane any further? Like, it's
Yeah,
crazy. I've never had somebody I've helped not betray me or something, or get jealous.
I've had people that I've helped betray me. I've had some that's not, and some of them that's still here after they did. Not a
Yeah,
lot of
I forgive everybody. I always do. Like especially after like a month or two out of the problem, or something, I start to empathize and start to feel like we're all humans. We make mistakes and let them back in my life. Yeah, I'm like that. But they say forgiveness heals the heart, though. So
but I'm so like I'm not invested anymore like that, so it doesn't bother me like that.
yeah,
Like it's just, I feel like my place as a person, a humanitarian, or you know,
trying hard or
just
whatever it
somebody
is,
that
you
wants
know
to
how
help
to.
people and a
Yeah,
friend, if you ask me or you're complaining and you want my advice, then I'm going to offer it
oh,
to
you
you.
give
But
it the way yeah. You're not gonna try to sugarcoat it for them. Yeah,
no. And I'm also, because I feel like when you do that, you give it longevity of the problem
yeah.
from the solution. So just go ahead and tell them, as kindly as you can, but still being blunt so that you can, make the solution a shorter space between them.
Right.
But if they don't,
Interview, but yeah, you were saying. Yeah, like I feel like that because especially as a Christ, you're like a humanitarian. Like you feel like you're the
Mhm,
only person that's gotta say something because literally nobody cares about nobody else, like these other sides or whatever they are. I just have to identify with if you see something wrong, you need to. That's why your vision soaring. You're part of the
right,
solution, but you're gonna walk past. Yeah,
yeah, and I feel like, you know, of course, a black person is going to stand up and say something about somebody, say something about them being black, whatever. And the thing about that is, like, and I let these people have it and have it good.
yeah.
But I, I feel like
I can't believe it's so
it doesn't
it's
matter as
so
much.
thick over there, huh?
It doesn't matter as much.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it doesn't matter as much to the white person being racist as much as it would if a white person stood up and said something to them,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
why I
Okay,
did it. Because
yeah,
I was like,
yeah. So
okay, you
like,
won't
look
listen to
about
me,
yourself.
listen to
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I had some people get on there and say some things and whatever.
I mean, some
But
people responded. Wow. See, me,
yeah,
people are too scared because they see me go hard on people that mess with me in the physical. Yeah, like I say, I took shit all day on the internet. But I'm waiting for somebody to tell me I can't think how I think on my platform. I'm waiting for the day. I see people do it
right.
all the time. Yeah, yeah. Trying to come up
Well,
there and
the thing is about me is I will talk or seem like I'm not educated because that's just my background where I came from.
yeah, it's a
But
front with
I am
knowledge. Like
educated, and if I don't know, I will go find out.
I'm gonna
And
find, I'm gonna research and
yes,
go down the rabbit hole.
yes, I do. And like Camilla says that all the time, I do the research. I'm a researcher. I
Yeah.
am, because I don't want to look stupid,
Never.
or
I don't want to
I
talk
want to
something
have
out
the
of
facts.
place and confuse somebody. No way. I speak in
So
absolutes.
I
Yeah.
would hit these people that were saying this ignorant crap or trying to say they knew things or things were this way or that way with facts.
Like if anybody ever comes on your
So
profile, I'll be there. I'm a
yeah.
I'm a
So
ninja.
and I would still stay calm and whatever. I might, me being ignorant is me making you look stupid and laughing at you.
The only thing that I hate is that every time I do that, I feel guilty. Even if they're in the
Oh,
wrong
I
or
don't. I
whatever.
don't.
I need to get to the not
I'm
feeling
educating
guilty part. They don't feel sad for me.
I'm educating the next ignorant person that wants to say something
And then
stupid with
our
no
goal here on earth is to leave it better than we found, not to repeat
exact
cycles.
exactly. And we can't do that if we feel bad for
A, B,
educating or
C, D, like it's not our
yeah.
issues. Yeah, Sophia stage. You should research our options. It's called the Sophia stage, where it's a healed empath that you see the wisdom and let them just live their life and not touching it. Yeah, because
Hmm.
even when you help people, they never change. They just come out the other side cockier, you know?
I would say
Yeah.
they never, but
Oh
it's
no, no,
less
no!
like
I don't mean never change. They never change till they decide to do it themselves, kind of
right.
stuff.
They
But for you
so
to go
they
try and
do.
help somebody that hasn't asked for help is a no-no. Yes, waste of
I have
time.
mine. I used to get so involved with people,
Mm.
especially close to me, their problems and stuff, and so invested and get so mad when they didn't listen. But now I don't really I let them do what they're gonna do, and I'm here to support you. But I'm telling you, if you're asking my opinion, this is it, and what I think.
Yeah, yeah. I've learned not to even have the conversation because they're on their own path. Why would I step out of my lane any further? Like it's
Yeah,
crazy. I've never had somebody I've helped not betray me or something, or get jealous.
I've had people that I've helped betray me. I've had some that's not, and some of them that's still here after they did.
Yeah,
Not a
that's
lot
I
of
forgive everybody. I always do. Like especially after like a month or two out of the problem, so that's actually empathize and start to feel like we're all humans. We make mistakes and let them back in my life.
people.
Yeah, I'm like that. But they say forgiveness heals the heart, though. So
But I'm so like I'm not invested anymore like that, so it doesn't bother me like
yeah,
a humanitarian, you know,
trying hard or
if
whatever it
somebody
is,
that
you
wants
don't
to
have
help
to.
people and a
Yeah.
friend, if you ask me or you're complaining and you want my advice, then I'm going to offer it
Oh,
to
you
you.
give
But
it the way
I'm
you're not gonna try to sugarcoat it for them. Yeah.
no. And I'm also because I feel like when you do that, you give it longevity is the problem
Yeah.
from the solution. So just go ahead and tell them, as kindly as you can, but still being blunt so that you can, make the solution a shorter space between them.
Right.
But if they don't,
Yeah. Okay, what does the word unfiltered mean to you both personally and as a podcaster or even social media in general? Like, what does it mean to you?
so to me, in all areas, it means not to be hurtful to someone or demeaning. It means more so to just be real and raw and authentic and honest, most
Mm,
importantly, about things because the most important part of communicating with someone to get the results that you're wanting is to be honest. And that's in any situation for life.
yeah,
Um, but you can be honest and blunt and to the point without being hurtful. That's something that I had to learn because when I was younger, it didn't come across to me that me being abruptly blunt was sometimes hurtful
mm,
until I had people saying that. And I was like, well, I'm not, that's not what I was trying to do.
yeah,
So I adjusted, but I didn't adjust enough to where I would be like sugarcoating or
mm,
pussyfooting around the situation so that, the point was across. So there was no confusion, but I wasn't making them feel bad about themselves.
yeah. That's nice. That's nice because I feel like the truth hurts everybody. So I try to avoid it, but I just try to find a nice
Well,
way.
and the thing is I also learned like to not say things without being asked. You know,
Yeah, 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 yeah. The one of those, do they
exactly.
ask you for your opinion? Like one of them ones. Yeah. Right. What's one conversation you've had on the podcast that changed your perspective on life?
Well, um, there's I can't pin it down to one conversation.
Yeah.
Um, we've interviewed quite a bit of people. A lot of them we have not had on the podcast. But I have more so in interviews, learned a lot. But I mean, I've had conversations on the podcast and elsewhere.
Even live, maybe as well.
Um, what'd you say?
I said even live, maybe as well. Like I
Yeah,
find it surprised, yeah, like the networking and support, like strangers are
yeah.
your biggest supporters. Yeah.
So that is something that definitely is great, is the networking stuff. But things, a conversation per se that
Open
kind
to
of
the
changed
world.
my mind um on the podcast. I'm trying to think.
No, no,
There
no,
was
no, on the, no, no. Oh, yeah, you say on the podcast, but I mean, just in general, what topic have you had that's either expanded your mind, like, whoa, I didn't know that, or change your perspective on something you thought was fact?
so I don't ever honestly think anything's fact, so I can't really
Okay. Oh,
speak
yeah,
on
facts. Yeah, yeah.
that. But I'm very open to like things evolve and change and learning, you know.
Yeah.
But I think learning that so much about other cultures on lives and seeing, seeing and hearing and being able to bear witness to things that are not common to me or people around me was very mind opening because it it just changes your perspective that of how to communicate with other people, because that was something that I had to learn just being in America between black and white cultures, because both my all my children's fathers were black. So I my youngest son and my oldest four, and we communicate different depending on several things like our upbringing and our it's like my first like my husband, my older four's father, um he he was you know from a different childhood than my youngest son's father, and he didn't have the family dynamic that um my youngest son's father did, and he was raised different because of that. um so his way of communicating and such was different but the same still. So we communicated a little bit better, but there were some things he did that I did not understand.
Mm.
Well, then when I got into the second relationship, my with my youngest son's father, he had a strong family dynamic. They were a very good unit, I will say that. And they came from more of a black culture in America area or whatever, and was raised like that. So the communication, there's a communication barrier. Like
Yeah.
certain things that he would say, he didn't mean how I thought he meant them because of how I was raised and what it would mean to, you know, me or my family or whatever. Um, it didn't mean the same thing to him, you
Yeah.
know. So that was something, that I had to learn. So that's something with this, that meeting different people from different cultures and stuff.
Mean things different. That might mean something else to you, and this, that, like, yeah,
Yes,
yeah. Mm.
it has been extraordinary because I get to learn how to communicate with different people from different areas and understand things that I wouldn't think of to understand because I didn't know was
More of an
something that
open
needed.
box. Yeah, more of an
Yes,
open box. Yeah.
Pandora's box, because it's you don't know that it needs to be understood sometimes because you don't know it's a thing.
Yeah.
So
So even with Chinese people, if you stare them in the eye, they find it disrespectful. That's why they always greet each other like this. But you be there like,
yes,
yay, and they're like, what? Like if you're in
mhm,
China, yeah.
yeah. So I really just that's something that's opened my eyes to how big the world really is and how broad and beautiful it is.
Yeah. And there's room for growth in the mind.
Yeah. Always, always.
What advice would you give to a mother who has a dream but feels she does not have enough time to pursue it?
Um, because I've been there before.
Hmm.
Um, and not really so much just time. or sometimes the time didn't matter. It was the room, like that you had, the space that you had in your life
Yeah.
for
If,
that
yeah.
growth. And because as a mom, generally speaking, we're nurturers, and we take care of everybody and everything else. All the
Mhm.
needs, make sure all the needs and wants are met by for
It's
everyone
a
else.
24-hour job. Yeah.
Yes, besides ourselves. I think because I when I got to a place where I was single and I had the kids by myself is where I really started to do things, and I had motivation from someone I consider a brother to me, and his wife, um, and you know, it was a kind of pivoting moment. Now I will say, like, we seen things different because like their end goal was different than mine, like of how they seen things and what they wanted, um, or their motivation to be doing what they were doing. But it's when I first started doing stuff to reach a goal that I wanted.
Yeah.
But there was sometimes that I was doing things and forcing myself to do things that was more so reaching the goal that they had in mind for me and not the goal that I wanted for myself. And that's kind of where I mess up with that. But you get knocked down, you get back up and you try again.
Yeah.
And um I realized, as far as doing work and doing things and reaching for goals, when I had all my kids and stuff, and I didn't really have time and spaces, that you just have to do it. You have to, not for you. If you can't do it for you, do it for your children, because nothing is stronger than a mother's love for their children. And that's why I did a lot of things that I did. Even when they didn't make sense to other people, even though I might not want to do them myself, whatever. They have always and forever been the motivation behind whatever I do, even if it makes sense or doesn't to others or them. Now, presently, like when I started the whole content creating stuff, it was something I wanted to do for myself,
Yeah. Nice.
um, because I wanted to help a multitude of people, which means I have to be popular by
Mhm.
a multitude of people to change their opinions and help. So,
Fix all this mess this world is going through. Yeah.
yes, and it's not necessarily because I want to be in the spotlight. I
No,
don't.
no, you're
It's because it's
an
something that I'm
able.
natural at, and
Yeah.
I seen that I was capable of attracting people, and I wanted to
Especially,
use that.
especially the things that you want to talk and help if affect your life in the real time, you know? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I decided to capitalize on that by using it to make change in whatever way I can,
Yeah,
and to change as many lives as I can. Hopefully, one day I can do something that will change lives, that will change generations.
yeah.
But
Exactly. Yeah.
that was the goal. But you know, because I want so much for
A
the
better world.
world to evolve, but we cannot evolve if we cannot get past our disagreements all the time. You know, so um, or just know how to handle them better, more efficiently. So that's why I kind of started that and reached out for my own goal. And I did it because I some things happened in my life and I had the time and space. But then when I got back into a routine, I struggle, with certain things. So I wasn't as consistent, but I I keep pushing. I know a lot about how this system works and what to do, that I can give other people advice. I've given this advice to several other people and they have grown so much because
Right.
they had the consistency or they had the time where I
Yeah.
didn't, or the support that I don't. But I'm going to continue to keep doing it and I'm going to make it eventually. But the my advice would be to just don't give up.
Don't
Be
give
resilient. Don't give
have
up.
hope or something. Yeah. Have hope, just do it one step. Even if you do one step a year in 10 years, it will be something.
Don't don't be afraid, be aware. Do
Yeah.
not be scared to take those steps because you're afraid of failure, because guess what?
Nobody's perfect. No,
You'll
people
learn
make
something if you fail, and you can get back up and you can do it again, first of all. And if you don't do it, then you don't know for sure. You just
exactly.
lost out on an opportunity, possibly.
Yeah. The worst thing anybody could ever do is not failure. It's it's wondering whether you should have tried. That's the worst one.
You
Yeah.
just, yes. So get up, try it. If you fall, get up again.
And do it in
Try
your
it.
own time, whatever time that time is, yeah. But don't ever give up. Don't ever think something's impossible without trying.
Right. Just get up, you retry and rearrange
Yeah, readjust.
and
Yeah,
be resilient. Just be resilient.
yeah.
Just keep going because it don't matter. The mess up doesn't matter. The
No.
failure doesn't matter.
The
It's
people
it's
even that day, they'll forget about it. Like they won't even notice it. Like, like yeah.
it's
Especially
you that matters in
yeah,
leaving that legacy and that example for your children.
yeah, and having memory lane, you can look back
Mhm.
years from now. Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of legacy do you want to leave for your five boys and the people who follow your journey?
You know, ultimately, because we're all so different in so many different ways, I have a multitude of different individuals that follow me and my children. My first of all, like it's different what I want to leave for my children, but the same time, what I want to leave for everyone is just the realization, hopefully, and motivation to know that you can do things with your life in the most worst of circumstances, or it doesn't matter. It's about you. You can a lot easy. It's a lot easier than people think.
Hmm.
I can do. You can do. I really mean that. I'm just a human. Like I listen. People think my life is different than what it is that they perceive of me.
Yeah.
You
And the only person that
know,
can stop you is yourself. That's the only person that
yes,
can stop you.
my life is not what people would imagine, or not what I at this very moment what I want it to be for myself. You
Okay.
know what I mean? But I know that I will get there.
You will
Um,
get there. Yeah.
secondly, like because I know I'm capable of it. I've been there before. I
And you got the mindset.
yes, and I can accomplish things that I want to. There's lots of different things, that I
Anything you
want
get
to do,
there.
and
Yeah.
some of them I've already accomplished without even knowing. There's things I've accomplished that I didn't even know I wanted to or was trying to. Um, so I want to leave the fact that you can accomplish anything, and to give something to we're here for a purpose, to make
Doing
change,
better
better
than we found
change.
it. Yeah.
Yes, change for the better, for
Go
evolution.
back. Yeah. Forward.
So
Yeah.
with that being said, we need to find our purpose and capitalize on it so that we can leave something that's going to benefit
Generation
our
come in and
children,
for the future, especially
generations
for
for
kids. Yeah.
right, generations from not only for us and our children, but for everybody.
The trajectory of humankind as well. Yeah.
Yes, period. So even if it's something that seems little, if it can affect one person, and then that person can affect their legacy and
Exactly.
people around them, you
it,
know,
it keeps on going, and especially on social media. If you see somebody, the small business trying to, it doesn't hurt to help that person by a share, comment,
yeah.
etc. That because you look at it like it's real life. Because people think social media somehow is different from real life, but yeah, like just yeah, be the
I
person you want
believe
to see in others. Yeah,
I believe it's also very important. Something else I believe behind it is that you know, you share with other people, even if they're not
saying something they saw,
necessarily
right?
someone that
Yeah,
would sit at your table. You know what I mean? Because once again, like I said earlier, don't complain about where people are at, or what they're doing, or that they haven't evolved if you have not tried to help that situation.
that's all.
So
Like the opinions are
that's
nothing.
why, like, when I knew all this stuff about algorithm and all this and that, I came on and I gave everybody that
Yeah,
information.
for free game as well. Free game. You're like, hey guys,
Yes,
guess what? Yeah.
yes. Look at all this stuff. Look what you can do. You can do this. I came up with this idea. Or if I found something out new, I would share that information. Um, so I really feel, as far as when we were in that group, and as far as that part of it was, you know, talked about, or learned, that was because of me. That part was because of me. Um, but anyways, I think that if we have the information, we should share it. Okay.
Exactly.
That's what helps others
Each
evolve.
one
That's what
help
helps the
one.
world
You
evolve.
know what I mean?
Um, So don't don't be a prude or whatever and keep all your information to yourself, because guess what, that only benefits you and really makes you an ugly individual to me.
Exactly.
But
Gatekeep stuff. Mm.
yes, so share it. That's what's beautiful about having information and knowledge and learning something, is that you can share it and
Yeah.
help others, yeah, and then they can share it and help others. So
Yeah.
like,
There's no
share it.
competition because everybody's in their own
Yes,
lane of life. People are too scared
yes.
of this and that.
And so, that's something that's important. But yeah, I just want to leave behind to do the kind thing. You know what I mean? Do what we're supposed to do. What we're here to do is share the education and kindness and help and
Investments. Mm.
evolve and help evolve, the best that we can. Um, my kids, of course, I want them to know those things too and to do those things. But for my kids, I want to leave behind that, you know, be who you are, and it is okay, no matter if anyone else understands or doesn't, you know, regardless of whatever they do, I will love them. And I hope they have that same unconditional love, even though,
Right.
there's things that's happened they may not understand right now or ever understand. But ultimately, I want them to just keep always pushing forward and being resilient and, believing in who they are as a person and
Yeah.
standing their ground
Mm.
as far as their beliefs and their goals and everything. Um, whether they are successful or they aren't, or they get knocked down time and time again, I just want them to keep getting back up and believing in themselves. And I hope that whatever they do, they carry with them that same thing that I said earlier about, no matter where you're at in life, you can still still do things, still do what you want, and you still make something of yourself.
Right.
Um, even at your lowest, you're still somebody. And that they know that they're enough always, and to do what makes them happy. Don't be
Awesome.
stuck in
Yeah.
a situation that is unhappy for you.
Yeah. It never pays off. You never feel content or satisfied
No,
with that.
no, it doesn't. And it always ends badly, because it
Mm.
will end, and it will end badly because you're unhappy.
Emotions
So,
are like a tour guide for life. Not a tour guide, but it's like a map, your emotions.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like, it's really important that they
You,
understand, and people in general understand that, like, you, at your worst and ugliest, you're still somebody,
you're
and
so
you're worth, you're,
you're loved
you're
and
worth pushing forward and
mm,
wanting better, and to keep getting it back up again and again and again. Um, you know, you will find your tribe and your people, you know what I mean? And whatever you're feeling, even if someone in the exact same situation doesn't feel that way, it's valid, because you're somebody, you
mm,
know? And I hope my kids never, ever lose that feeling of they are capable,
yeah,
you know?
perseverance.
I was capable when I was sleeping on someone else's couch that happened to be a trap house, pretty much, with
Mm-hmm.
just my phone, with just my phone,
Wow.
you
Wow.
know? No money, no car, not a place of my own, not my kids, not, I didn't have anything that, I had, or that I loved. I was stripped of everything, and I'm sleeping on someone else's couch and with things going on around me that aren't great. And I have no control over nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, except for the use of my phone. And
So your mind, expanding your mind and working out. That's what I love is social media because no matter what situation you are, you're a single mother or etc., you will find hope in the internet. There's a
yes.
solution on the internet. Yeah, because there's
So you know, I believe in God. I don't believe in God like everybody else does, maybe, or not everybody else, but most Christians. But I do believe in God. And I believe He set me down. He completely did give me a sign, and you know, He's all I had to cling to
hmm
at that point in time to keep me faithful and hopeful.
Mhm.
But the only other thing was my phone. And one day it just clicked in my head, if I have nothing else, I'm sitting here scrolling my phone, I've been posting crap because I'm in my head and whatever. um guess what you could do?
Mhm.
Start building your online presence.
Yeah.
So that was what I did every day, all day, for a
Mhm.
long time, because that's all I could do. But it was still something I could do that was going to benefit me.
Yeah, 100%.
It starts somewhere. You can always get back up. You can always,
No matter what you do, no
I-
matter how small the step is, it's still a step forward.
yes. And
Yeah.
it's still growth. It's still something.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
going to have to pause this for a second.
Okay, but I was gonna say, but we're coming to the end. Okay, I'll pause it. So we come to the end of the interview, and I want to ask you the last question, which is mirror, mirror on the wall. When you look at yourself today, what do you see?
I see a lot of growth. I see the past. I see hard things, but I see how much I've grown into myself. And I see that where I'm at is further than a lot of other people because of the things I've had to go through in life, um as far as maturely. um and I see that, I see the resilience more than anything, that like that, you can knock me down 9 times, I get up 10 feeling. I definitely relate to that because there's so many times that life has happened to me and just took me through it. Um, I'm still right now going through things and stuff, uh, and just got hit with other things, but I keep going, you know. I mean, yes, I credit some of that to, well, a lot of it to the fact that I am motivated to do something or make something of myself or my children,
Mm-hmm.
and show them they can do the same thing no matter what, and to never give up. I don't care if you're 65, 88, you know,
There's
15 years
no
old. I
deadline
don't,
or there's
yeah, no.
continuous. Yeah.
Um, but I I think the resilience is very important because I think I would not have been here where I'm at, or maybe even at all, if I did not have such a strong sense of it, like, resilience. If I did not have that,
And
just,
inner knowing, inner like
yeah,
I love inner stuff when it comes to all this.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, because of all the things I've been through, um, that was my makeup from God, was to be resilient above all things. So, I can go through some of the most worst, ugliest things and still get up. I keep my kindness, my love. Um, I might distribute them different,
Hmm. Hmm.
but um, sorry, I meant dis distribute, yeah, them
Yeah, just
differently
like share it. Yeah.
than I used to. But I do keep my softness. I just am more aware of who and how I share it with, and I
Because not everybody deserves a full you at the end of the day. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I believe that, the resilience is what's kept me going. You know, a lot of people would say strength, or, like, or emotional endurance, whatever. But it's more than that. It's not just emotional endurance. It's resilience in all things, physically, mentally, emotionally, and just, like, ultimately constantly coming back from things that a lot of people, just in one of the scenarios, wouldn't come back from.
Yeah.
But much less all of them stacked together.
On top of top.
Um, and I come back each and every time in some way or another better than I
Stronger.
was before. And so much, like, I don't like using the word stronger. Stronger, yes, but like so much more evolved.
Yeah.
And that is something that, like, when I look back on the situation, I thought I could never get past, like, because there's only been one single situation that I didn't just it happened and I didn't have that attitude to just get back up and keep going. Um, and that was with my kids and stuff when I lost everything and I didn't have them with me. Uh, it my best friend had seen me go through a lot of things and she's like, I've never seen you like this. Like you've got to get up, you've got to, I was
Mm,
heartbroken and I just couldn't. My kids were everything to me. So just little things would trigger me into an anxiety attack. Like I couldn't go to the
mm,
grocery store, I couldn't go to the gas station. I would see gummy bears or gummy worms and I'd cry and just start having a
mm.
meltdown.
Yes,
Um, hearing a little kid crying or speaking or a door open and slam, like
all the
send me
triggers.
to a meltdown. Yeah, so it did take it took me going through some things and doing some unconventional things to get through them to get here, but I am so much more aware of things and I'm so much like more educated and have really, really bear down on still building myself
Hmm.
and as well as being all these other things, to my children and to my job or wherever and not giving up. And I've also learned a lot and involved a lot in being in control of my own emotions and stuff.
Right.
And, think
So you
smart,
say,
not hard.
yeah. So you say that this moment, as like the moment you're in right now, you know you're resilient. You're resilient.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
resilient,
And that's a
resilient.
very important
And
thing. And
also wise and in like regulating your emotions.
yes, I'm a lot more evolved. If to sum it up would be evolved.
Mm,
Maybe I'm not like, so before that situation happened, with my kids and stuff, I had worked really hard, was like working 5 jobs, barely getting any sleep,
wow,
and had, obtained a 5 bedroom house as a single mother with no child support
wow,
for my 5 children
wow, wow.
and took care of their wants and needs and whatever. I struggled. I did that. But then, things did fall apart. After that, like I still got up and I was still growing and evolving and I did.
Good kept up,
Um,
yeah.
I might not be in that place where I was as far as having my own big house and having kids and car and all those things. I know I'll get there because I know I'm capable of it. I can do it again.
Of course.
So, and that's something else I'd like to leave with everyone is that if you've been there, you know you can get there again.
If it's been
So,
done, it can be done again.
yes, exactly. History repeats
Yeah,
itself. So,
yeah,
I know those things. Um, I'm not worried so much about that. Like I have to take my time because I'm doing other things. I'm also working more so instead of for everybody else and everybody else's needs and things. I'm working on me to where it's healthy for me. You know what I mean? Instead of on everybody else's schedule.
yeah,
Because I don't want to go through what I went through again. I don't like to repeat the same mistakes. So I'm building more so here, here, and outwardly as far as like I'm really building a solid foundation
hmm,
before I, try to go to where I'm going. I'm going to do big things.
yes,
And this is how I start building that is building the networking, the
strong
communication
foundation.
and
Yes,
things like that. And then, there's things in the background that I work on and do too. But and in the meantime, I'm also figuring out how to get back the things I had, but more efficiently and to where it's mine and nobody can take it.
yeah, sustainable. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Uh, Thank you so much for coming on the show. And
What?
I always use oh my light nearly fell down. But I was like, whoa. But I want you to come back on the show every time you do something new and explain to us how you're processing that and going through it. Like I said to God, you navigated so much. Yeah, just make sure you come back and tell us. Yeah, for sure. I will be
So
waiting
yeah,
for you
I have
anyway. They'll be like, yeah, come back on the show. Tell us what you did. Come back, come back.
yes, I will come back. And
Yeah.
there's some things that I'm working on that are in the progress that we're in the
Yeah.
midst of.
So we'd love to
Um,
be there and support and all that, and show the
yes,
world what
but
you're doing.
I want to wait until like it's official, like it's at a point to where I can be
We
official
still
about
gotta
it.
do we gotta do the white and black filtered still that interview. We still haven't got to that.
Yes,
We
yeah,
do all
yeah,
that
yeah.
good stuff. Yeah.
We've been on a bit of a like seasonal break.
Yeah.
So we're getting
Understand.
ready to come back.
Yeah.
We've been meaning to get together before, that date gets here or whatever. But yeah, we're on a seasonal break, so we
Yeah.
will be back but either I think sometime next month, if I'm right.
Okay. Okay.
So,
But just post it. I will see it. I will see it and put a reminder. I love your show. I've seen about two. You've done two each or something like this. You've done about two or
um,
three. Oh no,
I've done that.
the podcast White and Black. You've got like two episodes, three.
I think we had three. Um,
Yeah, I watched. I'm pretty sure I watched most of them, but I'll
because we
go
had
check.
we had our first initial live one, and
Oh
then we
yeah,
had
live one. Okay.
I think we had three. I think we had three on Spotify.
Okay.
Um,
Wow. Okay.
but I also have my own podcast. It's called Mind Over Cox, and Camilla has her
I want to
own.
come on. Can I come on? Because I think they're aliens.
Yes, yes, definitely. I talk a lot about psychology, but I haven't done that many episodes, and I need to, because I was more focused on black, white, and unfiltered, and then other things going on in my life.
Is
But,
it video as well?
huh?
Is it a video podcast as well or sound?
Yeah, I mean, I've done, just, the Spotify
Okay.
sound or voice or whatever, but, I definitely want to do live ones, and I want to do interviewing and stuff, and, um, I was just figuring out and building, it's kind of just me being me and talking about different things, different subjects and stuff like that. And then
Yes.
um at the same time trying to help people. But uh yeah, I think I'm gonna branch out with that as well soon. And then I've also been on other people's podcasts. This is my third or fourth.
Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. You come seasonal.
But
Nice.
it's nice, and thank you for having me.
Oh, I think
I
it's
really
nice.
enjoy your energy,
I
of
think
course,
I know yours.
Aquarius thing for
Team, okay.
sure.
Hey, we're the
But
best.
yeah, we're just Aquarian around
Yeah,
here. But I uh I really like the vibe of it, and I enjoy how much you do with yours, and I think it's going to be great and successful one day, and
you.
just keep
Same
going because it's
good.
going to be big.
So you have been watching your stories like cussing out like yeah, yeah, yeah. So you like, yes, just step out. Just make sure you step out and show yourself everything will happen
Right.
with ease.
Like literally, that's what keeps my page alive, honestly, is me
Yeah.
posting pictures of myself.
Yeah, like
Uh,
a communicator, you give
yeah.
wisdom, you give wisdom in a fun way. Yeah, you like hit to
Yes,
just your
or when
your
I
babies.
my so what gets the most views and attention on my page is my photos
Yes.
and my word posts.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Isn't that
Like
weird?
you got this way of saying something, like yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah, I
guess.
love it.
But
Uh,
I don't know. It's something that I would have thought I would have been great at, but I was. So
you're born to do this, born to do this.
yes, I hope you have me back, and I thank you for having me on.
Of course, I have you
Um,
back. I can't wait because I want to see what you're doing next. Let me stop the interview. Hold on.
well, you'll know soon, hopefully, in the next like few months, three
I'll
months. I
be
give it
sitting at the edge of my seat.
Oh my gosh. So like I gotta finish one thing I have to finish. The other thing I have to wait um because I have to ask certain individuals
Sabotage.
for feedback and stuff, and then I have to put it together. I will say that. I have to put it together. It's something that is going to be very helpful
Yeah.
for people.
Rome wasn't built in a day, but it sure was beautiful.
Yes. But yeah,
Oh, I stopped
that's
it. Oh, sorry. What you gonna say?
oh I was just gonna say that that's it for me tuning out, I guess, over here.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Very talk.
I'm going through the sun. I get it all the time. I'm going through the sun. so bad in the dark. I got the fire in the eyes. I got the fire in the eyes. I got the fire in the sky. Oh.
I trim the noise and raise my mind. I wrote it down and then a line what I became. Now that's
I'm going through the sun. I get it all the time. I'm going through the sun. I'm so bad in the